How are we looking there, Charlie? Ready to go? All right. This is the Hey Ed YouTube channel, and I am your host, moderator, and all-around nice guy, Edward Anderson. Okay, so I'm not a financial advisor. Don't construe anything that I mentioned in this video as financial advice. Always do your own research before doing anything with your money. Okay, so it is the 4th of July, and for us here in America, that's one of our most important celebrations of the year, where we celebrate our revolution and taking our freedoms back from a tyrannical government. Unfortunately, the fight continues. We're still fighting a tyranny every day, and our freedoms continue to be under assault by new characters. And it's important that you know what's going on, because your freedoms have been eroded and they are going to continue to be eroded. So you really need to be aware of what's going on. Now, on my channel, and if you haven't subscribed, I hope that you subscribe to my channel. On my channel, I basically cover two things. I cover events that are going on around the world that directly affect you, that you may not know about, but you really have to know about, and also give you some solutions to secure your freedom, mostly through the use of establishing passive recurring income. So today, I have a very important topic that you really do want to know about. And if you are not educated on this, please try to get more educated. Okay, so in this video, I have a very important topic to talk to you about. I'd like to talk to you about the single most evil entity in the world, called the World Economic Forum. And please let me tell you why. This is a group of elite people, the richest, most powerful people and companies in the world that have gotten together to create literally a new world order. These people are not elected. Okay, these are private, powerful people, and they are already changing your lives, not for the better. Now, the World Economic Forum was created by a German economist named Klaus Schwab, and he is a ringleader of this cabal. And the things that they are doing should send shivers down the spine of any freedom-loving person, not just Americans. We're talking global. They're making a global effort to take your freedoms away from you. Now, these people despise the idea of affluence, the idea of wealth. Unless you talk about their wealth, keep your hands off of their wealth, and because they think that wealthy people are frivolous and they are wasteful. Okay, so they don't want you to be wealthy, and they are doing things to make sure that you don't get wealthy. Now, this group has become insidious. They have infested every government in the world. They have taken control of all of the major corporations in the world. Here is a list of just a few of the global companies that you will recognize that are part of the World Economic Forum: Amazon, Apple, BlackRock, Citigroup, Microsoft, Sony, Shell, PayPal. It goes on and on and on. So this is a small group of the wealthiest of the wealthy, of the most powerful of the powerful. And they greatly influence nations around the world. And they get policies implemented without having to go through the legislative process. And to give you an idea of how much they've already ingrained themselves into your everyday life, there are certain terms that are now commonplace that have come out of the World Economic Forum. Terms like the Great Reset, okay? This was not a name that was made up by pundits or journalists. The Great Reset was actually the name of their 2020 meeting. They have a meeting once a year in Switzerland, in Davos, Switzerland, and that was actually the name of their meeting that year, the Great Reset. Other terms that you might have heard: stakeholder capitalism, the fourth industrial revolution, sustainable, equitable. These are terms that have come out of Davos. Is coming out of the World Economic Forum. Let's talk about that term real quickly: stakeholder capitalism. What does that mean? Well, stakeholder capitalism means the company is expected to look out for the benefits of anybody who does business with that particular company, not just the shareholders. Okay, that's old school. That kind of capitalism is not acceptable. No, you have to consider what's in the best interest of anybody who does business with your company. This is socialism on steroids, all right? And again, they have infested every government in the world. You have people in high-level positions in our government who are board members of the World Economic Forum, right? Every single country and every single major corporation, they have people in the company at high levels who are board members of the World Economic Forum. So their tentacles have grown into every aspect of your life. One of the most famous phrases that came out of the World Economic Forum was when Klaus Schwab said with a straight face, by 2030, you will own nothing and you will like it. These are the people who are trying to change the world, not for the better. To put it in practical terms, let me give you a few little tidbits about things that they want to do. They want you to eat less meat. They want you to drive electric cars, okay? They do not like anything that runs on fossil fuels. So any proposal that you learn about that came out of the World Economic Forum, you should immediately and instinctively fight. Do not go along with it. So when you hear terms like stakeholder capitalism, you should shiver. And when people start using the term equitable, okay, that's code for you are not going to be allowed individuality. You are not going to be allowed to go your own way. You are not allowed to stray from the pack. If you do, you're going to be punished. Now, probably the single most important tool that they have in their tool chest is what's known as central bank digital currencies, otherwise known as CBDCs. Here in America, our version of that is referred to as the Fed coin. Now, CBDCs are already available. They're already adopted. Bahamas is the first country to actually adopt officially a CBDC as their currency. It's called the sand dollar. But here in America, we have ours, okay? It's already, don't believe when they tell you, oh, it's not being tested. MIT did all the work. It's tested, it's ready to roll out. Jerome Powell a few weeks ago said that by this time next year, 2023, they want to implement the Fed coin, a CBDC. All right, now this is very important, okay? So please bear with me. Please listen to this. If you don't know what CBDCs are, what the Fed coin is, you really have to understand this. All right, so we all know about cryptocurrencies, right? We know about Bitcoin and Ethereum and all the other guys out there. So you might think, well, this is a good thing. They're coming into the modern world, that the government is going to have their own digital currency, CBDC, central bank digital currency, right? There are two big differences between a Bitcoin type currency and the Fed coin. The first one is Bitcoin is decentralized, right? There's no one entity that controls Bitcoin. It's decentralized. It's scattered around the world. Bitcoin exists inside of algorithms on the blockchain, okay? So Bitcoin is decentralized and it's built on top of blockchain technology, all right? So no one person can control it, all right? It's a much more honest form of currency. And also, that's kind of a misnomer. Bitcoin is not, even though it has that moniker of currency, it's really considered an asset class, right? Okay, now you go over to the Fed coin, it is not decentralized, it is centralized. You're gonna have one controlling entity, the Federal Reserve. Now, I'm tempted to say a government agency, right? But really, remember, the Federal Reserve Bank is not federal, it's private. It doesn't have any reserves. And it's not a bank, okay? So it's completely misnamed. The Federal Reserve is run, again, by a cabal of global elitists. They're not there to protect the interests of you, okay? The Federal Reserve. So the Fed coin is being controlled by a non-governmental, again, unelected people who are going to control it. And it's not going to exist on the blockchain. It's all done by algorithms. So why would they want us to go to the Fed coin? Why do they want us on these central bank digital currencies? Because when you use actual fiat currencies, when you use the dollar bills that are literally in your wallet, they can't see what you're spending your money on. They don't like that. They want to see what you're spending your money on. And anything the government gives you, the government can take away. So if you start buying things that they don't approve of, they can shut you down. So if you are spending your money with the Fed coin and you start spending it on things that they don't approve of, they can shut you down. Anything the government gives you, they can take away, right? And they will know. They'll know, are you making donations to a political party that they don't approve of? Are you buying a gun? Are you buying a car that actually uses gasoline? Okay. Are you having too many hamburgers during the week? And that's not good for you. It's not government approved. This is the end game. Okay. They want you on the Fed coin. So please, when the Fed coin starts getting rolled out, please resist it. Do not touch it. Because as soon as you touch it, they're going to have access to every little bit of your life. Okay, so you got to ask, why would those big corporations be for this? Well, I'll tell you why. These big corporations, they love information. The more they know about you, the more money they can make. So they love this idea of digging into every little corner of your privacy. They love it. So the World Economic Forum, the Great Reset, this is a real thing. And this is something that is insidious. They want to take control of every aspect of your life. And this is global. They want this to be a global operation. And they're already pretty much there. And we have let it happen. We have to realize what's going on and we have to resist it. Now, my channel is about informing you about things that you might not know about, but also giving you some tools to help you retain your at least a modicum of your personal freedoms, right? And the single best thing you can do to secure your personal sovereignty is establish forms of passive recurring income. You want to be bulletproof. So please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. And every once in a while, I will share with you ideas for generating passive recurring income, things that anybody can do. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about other very important topics on my channel. And if you haven't subscribed, and take a look at some of my past videos where I've delved deeply into some of these issues. Please give my video a like, because it does help the algorithm a lot, and maybe hit the alert button so that you're alerted every time I do a new video. Happy 4th of July, Edward Anderson signing out.
Copy that.